Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to Moral Science class. Today we are going to study the ninth chapter, Nature's Message to Mankind. So let's begin, children. It's a play in which nature is giving a message to the mankind. Narrator: a cool, breezy morning and a pleasant day has just begun. So it's a pleasant day. Mr. Cloud: hi there, how are you, pals? Pals means friends. Let's see who are the friends of Mr. Cloud. Miss Tree, Miss Earth, and Miss River. Oh, great! Last night's party was too good. We have blast. Miss Tree, how we danced and enjoyed. I swayed in the breeze and my leaves danced happily. Mr. Cloud, me too. I rained to my heart's content and loved doing so. Miss River, I gushed and flowed. Gushed means flow out of something in a rapid and plentiful stream. The music of my rippling water filled the air. Mr. Lightning, well, don't forget that I provided flashy light in the background. I have gone across the sky and you all blinked in its brightness. He said, I got drenched in the rain. The raindrops falling on my cheeks were very cool. The plants and trees growing in my lap also liked it. Mr. Sun, I missed all the fun. Why did you all party when I was away? So children, they were all describing the party that they all attended, but Sun was not there. Miss Lightning, oh come on, it happens sometimes. Moreover, evening parties are. Miss Tree, can anyone tell me where our dear Mr. Breeze is? Suddenly Mr. Cloud said, there he comes. Narrator, Mr. Breeze enters in a hurry with a worried look on his face. Mr. Breeze, oh, I am so exhausted. Mr. Cloud, well, you look flushed. Flushed means excited by something. Why are your cheeks red? Mr. Breeze, friends, there is a bad news. I blew over different parts of the world and was shocked to see that forests are disappearing fast. The trees are vanishing in large numbers from the face of the earth. I blew across the Sahara Desert too. It was hot and barren. Many other parts of the world are also turning into deserts. You remember the Sahara Desert was once a green area, but that was long back. Suddenly Miss Tree said, this is today's reality, my friends. Mr. Cloud, this is serious. We party occasionally and forget our sorrows. But this is what the world has come to. Miss Tree, look at me. Most of my family members are being slaughtered. Slaughtered means to kill. Because humans need more space to grow crops, to make buildings and dams. Miss Earth, true, I agree with her. Humans just don't bother about the environment. They have put stilts and built concrete structures on me. It is painful. The fertilizers that they use to grow crops are used in large quantities and they harm me. Miss River, even I am in a bad state. Look at the garbage that flows into my water. Most of the fish have died, but I am helpless and can do nothing about it. Mr. Ozone, the chemicals, fumes, and smoke being emitted from factories and vehicles have depleted my strength. I belong before my existence will be history. Mr. Sun, my rays penetrate the Earth's atmosphere more strongly and brightly. The ultraviolet rays are not filtered properly because Mr. Ozone is losing his ability. Mr. Ozone, I try to do my work sincerely, but beyond a certain limit, I cannot. Mr. Sun, I am shocked that these humans blame the environment for their own problems. Well, don't they realize that they have inflicted these problems on them? Miss Rain, nowadays, when I fall from the sky, there are so many chemicals which Mr. Breeze brings along and I turn acidic. Mr. Cloud, many hills and mountains are also being destroyed to build cities towards roads. So I have to change my course and then they blame the weather for being unpredictable. Climate change is today's reality. Let's face it. What do you have to say, C, Mr. C? Mr. C said, I have problems of my own. The tons of garbages that flows into me every minute killing me. Sea creatures that it will be impossible for them to survive for too long. Oil spills from ships, they get damaged and create havoc. It is too difficult for me to bear all this. The greenhouse gases have caused global warming. As a result, the glaciers are melting fast and my level is rising quickly. The humans complain that many areas and islands will get submerged in the sea in the years to come. But who is to be blamed? Miss Earth. Okay, so things look very dismal. Population in different forms is affecting each one of us, and the worst part is that it is man made. Miss River. I think we should try to convey a message to mankind that if they harm us, it will also affect them adversely. Do you all agree with me? All the other characters shout, yes, we do. Miss Rain. In that case, we all have to work together in good coordination. Mr. Cloud. You should rain and fill the rivers. We will all try and send a message across. The sound of thunder, lightning, and heavy rains can be heard in the background. Narrator. In the following week, there were heavy rains, floods, and landslides. The meteorological department had warned the people in many parts to move to safer areas. Miss River and Miss Tree. It is sad that we had to resort to all this. Mr. Breeze. We just wanted to remind the humans to plant more trees, save forests, and stop polluting the rivers, sea, and the air. The other characters suddenly said, that's right. Mr. Breeze, I hope they have understood that we just wished to warn them and not to harm them. Nature has given enough for our need, but not enough for our greed. These are the words of our father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. So children, did you like the story? Yes, it is a responsibility of every human being to care for nature. We should be sensitive towards our environment. The harmony between different elements of nature should not be disturbed. Children, do you waste water? Do you throw waste in dustbin? Do you think it is the duty of every one of us to look after the environment, or is it the duty of government only?
The students of Senior Public School were known for their moral values, and amongst them, Samir, Kunal and Karthik were three such students who had a solution for every matter. One day, as Samir was returning home from school, he saw a cow chewing a plastic bag. Just then, another garbage bag fell from a building in front. Samir, on seeing this, felt concerned and started thinking about it. As he researched on Google, he found
We
out
can
that
plant
plastic
a
has
tree.
taken over the world,
Children,
and
I would
plastic
like to
became a
give you
matter
a
of
small
concern for him.
play. Here's some things that humankind has to progress. It
One
must
day, he
exploit
spoke to his
nature
friends.
to the maximum. How
Hey,
can you
do you
convince him
know
or
that the
her
ocean
against
contains
this?
more than 5 trillion plastic
This is a
pieces?
small activity.
What?
I
5
hope
trillion?
you will do
Now
this
think about
and
our
send
daily
me
lives. From the
my
moment we
number.
wake up till the time we sleep, we are surrounded by plastic
Please
like
watch this video,
toothbrush,
children.
lunchbox, water bottle and plastic bags which we use and throw.
Then we must do something about it.
Yes, why don't we make a project on it? Maybe that will help us.
Together, they built a report and presented it to the class. As they were explaining it to the other kids,
Every day we use more than 500 million plastic straws. The real question is, do we even need straws to drink?
There are other things related to plastic that is used and thrown, like computer parts, TV, furniture, mats, and car parts too.
We have found a solution for this and we need your help to achieve its target. We need to think about the future and act on it today. Thank you.
as the days went by, kids began joining their movement and began making paper bags at school. The video was also shared on social media, which gathered even more attention. In a few days, they opened a stall right next to the school canteen, where they would sell these paper bags at marginal rates, and the demand for plastic began decreasing, through which they began making carry bags. And the principal introduced sewing as a subject for hobby classes. Many students could now show their creativity in making colorful carry bags. We don't need plastic, do you? As time went by, Senior Public School became a plastic-free zone. And these three friends became a pillar of inspiration for the other kids. So they started with a new campaign, Go Earthen. Sameer, Kunal and Karthik converted their hobby into a business model and started a small company. With time, these three started giving interviews in radio stations. Even the newspapers began writing about them. By taking a firm action, they started changing the society. Always remember, to do something big, we must start small. And with time, the world unites to make the dream come true.
What can we do, children? How can we protect our environment? First thing, follow the 3 R's, that is recycle, reuse and reduce. Second one, form a nature club. Switch off the fan or light after you leave a room. Practice rainwater harvesting to save water. Avoid using polythene bags. With this, we are going to wind up today's class. Thank you, children.